Very good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about the question paper discussion of whatever we have written for 25% exam. So first we will see 7-mark questions. So the first question is, using the integration, find the area of circle whose center is at origin and radius is a. Means first of all we have to know what is the area of circle in this format. So we can get a circle formation as x square plus y square is equals to a square. So this is the equation of the circle passing through 2 points, that is x and y. But here center is at origin and radius is a. So if I assume that this is coordinate axis, so in this coordinate axis this is a circle. So the radius of this circle is a. So it is center, it is a. So if it is a, means I can write it as a comma 0. Why? Because any point on the x-axis it will be x comma 0. So here it is a comma 0. Here our center is 0 comma 0. So I need to find out all these shaded region areas. So it is everywhere it is symmetrical. So here and this region also. So totally 4 regions I have to find out: first, second, third, and fourth. So since all the 4 regions are symmetrical to one another, I will find out one region and I will multiply by 4. So here if you observe here, y coordinate is 0. In this case, if I substitute y coordinate as 0, y is equals to 0, then we are going to get x square plus 0 is equals to a square. So x square is equals to a square, x is equals to plus or minus a. So here we are going to get two values, x is equals to plus a and minus a. So here we can make the integration. So to get the area of the shaded figure, area of the circle is 4 into integral 0 to a y dx. 0 to a y dx. So why we are taking here 4? Why? Because we have 4 symmetrical parts, and integral 0 to a, why we are taking this means, so the region is bounded only from 0 to a, everywhere from 0 to a only it is bounded, and y dx. So y can be written as, if I transpose here, it will become y square is equals to a square minus x square. So y is equals to root of a square minus x square. So in place of y I can write it as root of a square minus x square, that is 4 integral 0 to a root of a square minus x square dx. So if you see the integration formulas of integral, so we have formula integral of root of a square minus x square dx is equals to x by 2 into a square minus x square plus a square by 2 into sine inverse x by a. So this is the formula that we are going to use in this problem. So integral root of a square minus x square dx, x by 2 into root of a square minus x square. So here the boundary limits are there 0 to a, so we'll apply here. So if I apply here integral 0 to a x by 2 root of a square minus x square plus integral 0 to a square by 2 sine inverse of x by a. So here if I substitute here a, okay, since it is a overall one function, we can make it as integral. So if I substitute a, what it will become here? Upper limit, if I substitute a square minus a square is 0. So a by 2 into 0 is 0. So what is left here? A square by 2 sine inverse of a by a, that is 1. So if I substitute 0, 0 by 2 is 0. Here 0 by sine inverse 0 will be 0. So altogether it will be 0. So for that reason we will take a square by 2 into sine inverse of 1. In front there is 4, that we have to remember. So sine inverse of 1. When it will be 1 here? Sine 90 degrees. So it will be 2 ones, 2 twos. So 2 into a square sine inverse, it can be written as sine inverse of 1. So which is pi by 2. So at 90 degrees it will be there. So pi by 2, 2 gets cancelled, that is pi a square units. Square units. So this will be the answer of 58th question. Next, let us see this 49th question. So he's asking in the question to find out the optimal solution. So anyhow, whenever he's asking to find out optimal solution, so first we need to go with the Hungarian method. So in that method, we have to decide in each row what is the smallest number, and we have to do subtraction of that. So here the two smallest numbers are 8 and 11. So the difference of these two, 8 and 11, what is the difference? We are going to get 8, 9, 10, 11. So 3 is the difference. So these three, whatever the smallest number is, let us do subtraction from everything. So what we are going to get here? So this is step 1. So in this step 1, P, Q, R, yes, here 1, 2, 3, 4. So this we are doing a rows operation here. So 8 is the smallest number, it will be 0. 8 minus 11, 3, 9 and 8. So here 6 is the smallest number, 0, 6, 1 and 3. So here the smallest number is 12. So 0, here 1 and 16 minus 12, 4, 15 minus 12 is 3. So here the smallest number is 10, 0, 12 minus 1 and here is 4. So after performing the rows smallest number, whatever the smallest number is, that we are going to do subtraction from every number. So this is step 1. Next, coming to step 2, we will do now column operation. In the columns, we will see which one is the smallest number and we will do subtraction as how we have done for rows operations. So here it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and P, Q, R, S. So in this column, if you see the smallest number is 1, so 1 minus 1, 0, 3 minus 1, 2, 2 and 4 minus 1 is 3. And here 1 is the smallest number, 1 minus 1, 0, 0 is the smallest number, so as such it will be the 9, 1, 4, 0. So in this case, if you see 0 is the smallest number, so 0, 6, 3, 2. And here 0 is the smallest number, as such it will be there. Okay, after performing the rows and column operation, now we will decide now, see in step 3. So in step 3, we will be deciding that which is having the minimum number of, so at least in each row, at least there should be one non-zero. So only one zero should be there. In this row, we observe there is only one zero. So that we will keep in the box. So here it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and P, Q, R, S. So 2, 9, 0, 8, 2, 1, 6, 0, 0, 4, 3, 0, 3, 0, 2, 1. So in this is the smallest. So we have in this row we are having only 1 0. So this we can make it in box. Another any of the zeros are there, we have to cross of that. So no option here. In the second one we have one more here. So this one we can take into consideration and this will be crossed off. Why? Because we have another 0. So in the third row we have only 1 0. Why? Because already it is crossed off. Here in the fourth row we have one more 0. So totally we have found the optimal solution. So in this case only one thing is that we have to observe in our row or column only 1 0 should be there. That 1 0 we will put in a box, and if extra zeros are there in that same row or same column, we will score off. So in a similar way here, if I am while I am marking here 1 0, I got another 0. For that I have done score off. So after while performing the calculations over here, so the values here are, so to get the value here, P3 plus Q4 plus R1 plus S2. So if I add this 3 plus 4, 7, 8, 10. Now here P3, if you see in the question P3, what is there in this number? 8 plus Q4. In case of Q4, what is the number? 6. In case of R1, we have 13 plus in case of S2, we have 10. So if I sum of these 8 plus 6, 14 plus 13, 27 plus 10, 37. So 37 will be the total cost. Okay students, next let us see 48th question. So the question is talking about Vogel's approximation method, VGA method. By VGA method we have to solve this given data. So this AVA stands for availability and requirement. So whenever Vogel's approximation method is there, so we have to concentrate on the term penalty. So how we are going to obtain this penalty? Just by subtracting the smallest number by the next highest number. So in this case, what is the smallest number here? 3. Next highest number will be 5. 5 minus 3, the difference is 2. So the penalty will be 2. So let me write the penalties here. Okay, let me draw it. So we have D1, D2, D3 and D4, O1, O2, O3. So 5, 8, 3, 6, 4, 5, 7, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. So 30, 50 and 20. So these are the availabilities, and what are our requirements? 30, 40, 20 and 10. So in this the first penalty, the rows are 5 minus 3, which is 2. So penalty here it is 2, 1 and here 2 minus 4 is 2. Next in the downside, in the columns, what is the penalty will write here? 5 minus 4 1, 5 minus 2 3, 7 minus 3 4 sorry 3 and 4 1 and 2. So these are the penalties. After writing the penalties, we have to identify which is having the highest penalty. So if you observe this total penalties, the highest penalty is 3. So in these 3, so this column, if you observe, what is the smallest number here? 2 is the minimum number. So this 2 is related to which number here? 40 and 20. So what is the minimum value of 40 and 20? It will be 20. So 20 minus 20 will be 0, 40 minus 20 will be 20. So here, since I subtracted from 20, here it will be 20. Since I got here 0, so this total row will be eliminated. So this total row is eliminated. Now, let us observe the penalties after this row is related. Is there any change in the penalties? Let us see. 5 minus 3, 2, okay. 4 minus 5, 1. And here 5 minus 4, 1. 8 minus 5, 3. 7 minus 3, here 4 is the penalty. 6 minus 4, 2. So only one penalty is changed, even though here we have to do by different boxes, but I am showing you in one box. Try to understand. So here 7 minus 3, 4. So here the highest penalty, this time it is changed to 4. Among 2, 1, this is already completed. So this total row is already completed. So now we are left with 1, 3, 4, 2 and 1, 2. So among this, the highest penalty is 4 here. So in this 4, in this, if you observe 3 is the smallest number, so this 3 is related to here 30 and 20. What is the minimum number of 20 and 30? 20 is the minimum number. 30 minus 20 is 10. Here 20 minus 20 is 0. So here we need to mention here 20. Okay. Since we got here 0, so this total column is eliminated. Now observe carefully. We are left with 5, 8, 6, 4, 5, 4. That's it. Now, among these 5, 8, 6, 5 and 6, 5 and 6, so the penalty will be 1. So every time after getting that, we have to change the penalties. So here 4 minus 5 is 1, okay. Next, 5 minus 4 is 1, 8 minus 5 is 3, and 6 minus 4 is 2. Now, if you observe here, 1, 3, 2, and 1, 1. Among this, which is the highest penalty here? 3. So 3 in this, we can see that 5 is the smallest number. So 5 here 50 is there, here 20 is there. 50 and 20. So we can make 50 minus 20 is 30. So 20 minus 20 is 0. So since I am subtracting 20, I have to write here 20. So for 5 it is 20. So since I am getting here 0, so this total column is eliminated. Now I have left with 5, 6, 4, 4. So 5 minus 6 it is 1, okay. 4 minus 4 it is 0 penalty. And 5 minus 4 it is 1 penalty, and 6 minus 4 2 penalty. Since the highest penalty is 2, the smallest number is 4. So here 30 and 10. 30 and 10 means 10 minus 10 0, 30 minus 10 is 20. So here since I got it as 10, I have to mark here 10. 10. Since I got here 0, this total column is also becoming 0. Now I left with 5 and 4. So here the penalty will be 5 and penalty will be 4. Here penalty will be 1. Among the highest number is 5. So here it is 10 and 30. 10 and 30. So in this the smallest number. If you observe here 5 and 4, the highest penalty is 5. So in this highest penalty directly 5 is there. So we can see here 30. 30 and 10. We can mark here 10 minus 10 0, 30 minus 10 20. So since I am subtracting 10, it will be 10. Now in this 1 and 4, since so this will be 0, now I left with only 4. Here 20 and 20. So 20 minus 20 0. Here also 0. Here 20. So in this manner, see, make sure that we have to get everywhere we are getting here zeros if you observe. So after getting this, we will find out the total cost. How we are going to get the total cost here? Total cost is equals to whatever the values that you have kept here. 10 into 5 50 plus in the 20 into 3 60 plus 20 into 4 80 plus 20 into 5 100 plus 10 4 40 plus 22 40. So 40 40 80 60 140 plus 100 240 80 320 plus 50 370 units. So 370 is the answer of this. Next, let us see the 47th question. He is asking us to do by LCM, least cost method. So finding the solution by using the least cost method. So here 6 plus 8 14 plus 10 24 is the total supply, and 24. So the supply and demand are equal, so we can find out the optimal solution. So by using the least cost method, what is the least cost method indicates that? So first let me draw that. So we are going to do in within one box. Try to understand. So we have D1, D2, D3 and D4, O1, O2 and O3. So totally 3 rows are there and 4 columns. So here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4, 3, 2, 5, 5, double 2, 1. So here 6, 8, 10, 4, 6, 8, 6. Now, if you observe here the minimum value, if you in this, what is the minimum value? 4 or 6? 4 is the minimum value. So 4 minus 4 is 0, 6 minus 4 is 2. So in this, what is the minimum value here? 1. 1 is the minimum value. Since we have subtracted 4, here write 4. Okay. Next, among these two now, 2 and 6. 2 and 6, what is the minimum value here? 2. 2 minus 2 is 0 and 6 minus 2 is 4. So in this the minimum values, 2 minimum values are there here. Since we got here 0, we have to concentrate on here. So the minimum here, since we have subtracted 2 here. And next, since I got here 0, so okay, this is deleted already. Why? Because here we got 0, right? So this total column is deleted. Just I'm marking here deleted. And this total row is deleted. Now we are left with only these things. So between 4 and 8, what is the smallest number here? 4. 4 minus 4 is 0, 8 minus 4 is 4. So among these two, what is the smallest number here? 2. 2 is the smallest number. So what number we have subtracted? 4. 4 we have to mark here. So after getting here 0, so this total column is eliminated. Now we are left with 2, 5, 2, 1. Among these 4 and 8, what is the smallest number? 4. So 4 minus 4 is 0, 8 minus 4 is 4. So since we have subtracted 4, here we got 0, we will mention here 4. See, whenever you find two smallest numbers, make sure that wherever you are getting 0, that number you mark it with the number. So we can eliminate this also. Now we are left with 2 and 1, we are left with two numbers here, 10, 6 and 4. So among these the least number is 4, 4 minus 4 is 0, 10 minus 4 is 6. So since we got here 0, here we can mark it as 4. Last we are left with 6, 6 minus 6, 0, 6 minus 6, 0, 6. So to get the total cost, we can multiply this and add up. That is 4 into 1 plus 2 into 2 plus 4 into 2 plus, so here also 4 into 2, 4 into 2, 16 plus 6. So if I add up this, 4 plus 4, 8 plus 8, 16 plus 16, 32 plus 6. So totally we are getting here 38. The total cost is 38. Next, let us see 46th question. Here is saying that producers are demand function and supply function both are same. So we can make PD is equals to PS at equilibrium conditions. So 18 minus 2x minus x square is equals to 2x minus 3. So if I transpose 0 is equals to x square plus 4x minus 3 minus 18, 21. So I can write it as 0 is equals to x plus 7 into x minus 3. So I got x is minus 7 and x is 3. So since x value cannot be negative, we can take x value as 3. So since x value is 3, we can get the demand function like this. So P naught. So P naught is equals to 18 minus 2 into 3 minus 3 square. That is 18 minus 6 minus 9. 18 minus 15, which is 3. So this is a demand function P naught, and the supply function P naught will be 2 into 3 minus 3, which is 3. So supply function P naught. So we need to find out here producer surplus first. PS. We need to find out producer surplus as well as consumer surplus. If you are finding producer surplus, the formula will be x naught P naught minus integral y dx. So that is 0 to x naught. We can add y dx or p of x dx. G of x dx. Okay. X naught P naught. If you observe the producer surplus value, x naught value is 3. So 3 into 3 minus integral 0 to x naught, we got it as 3, 2x minus 3 dx. So that is 9 minus integral 0 to 3. So if I perform the integration operation here, so 0 to 3, 2x will be 2x square by 2 minus 3x. So 0 to 3 will be the boundary limits, 0 to 3. It will be 9 minus, so 2 gets cancelled, x square, which is 3 square minus 3 into 3. So 9 minus 9, which is 0, so total it will be 9 units. So producer surplus will be 9 units, and let us find out the consumer surplus. So consumer surplus, so we can write it as integral 0 to x naught g of x dx minus x naught P naught. So integral 0 to 3 g of x here it is 18 minus 2x minus x square dx minus x naught into P naught. So x naught is 3 into, so previously we have found the P naught value, that is 3. So if I do the integration here, it will become 18x minus 2x square by 2 minus x cube by 3. Boundary limits from 0 to 3 minus 9. So that is 2 gets cancelled here. 18 3 is 54 minus 9 minus 3 cube, 27 by 3 will be 9. Minus 9. So total it will be 54 minus 9 3 is 27. So 7 minus 7 and 4 minus 2, 2. 27 will be the answer. So consumer surplus we got it as 27 units. Next, let us see the 45th question. If marginal revenue is given, we need to find out the total revenue function. So if marginal revenue is given, MR is equals to 20 minus 5x plus 3x square. So in this marginal revenue, if you want the revenue function, so if I want to transpose m to that side, it will become integration. So integration of 20 minus 5x plus 3x square dx. So after performing the integration here, so 20 minus 20, a number integration will be x minus 5x square by 2 plus 3x cube by 3 plus a constant we can assume it as k. So here 3 gets cancelled. So at equilibrium conditions, at when r is equal to 0 and x is equal to 0, when r is equal to 0, then x is equal to 0, then we can get k is equal to 0. Why? Because here 0, 0, 0, total will be 0 and here also 0. So k value will be 0. If I substitute k value will be 0, then total revenue is equal to 20x minus 5x square by 2 plus x cube. Next, let us see the 44th question. In the question he has given marginal cost and marginal revenue. We need to find out the total profit. So fixed cost is 200 rupees. Since he has given a marginal cost, that is c dash of x is equal to 50 plus x by 50. So if this is a differentiation, if I transpose other side, will become integration. So total cost will be integral 50 plus x by 50 dx. So 50 for a number, it will be 50x plus x square by 100, 52 is 100, plus some constant, arbitrary constant, which is k. So here it is c of x. So according to the question, since it is an equilibrium position, x will be 0 and cost is given as 200. So what we are going to get if I substitute in this first equation? So here 0, total it will be 0. So k value we are going to get as 200. So since we have two equations, we can write it as k1. K1 value is 200. Okay. So if I substitute in this, it will become c of x is equal to 50x plus x square by 100 plus 200. Okay, this is the cost, and the total revenue we will see. So revenue r dash of x is equal to 60. So r of x is equal to integration of 60 dx. That is 60x plus k2. R of x is equal. Okay, here x value is 0 and r of x value also 0. So if I substitute, let me write here, if x is 0 and r of x is also 0, then we are going to get k2 value is 0. K2 value is 0. If k2 value is 0, if I substitute in this, then we are going to get r of x is equals to 60x. We can mark this as second equation. Now we have to get the profit. So profit is total revenue minus total cost. Total revenue minus total cost. So how much we have spent the revenue? 60x minus 50x minus x square by 100 minus 200. So 60x minus 50x will be 10x minus x square by 100 minus 200. This is total profit. But he is asking the maximum profit. So if I do differentiation on both sides with respect to x, dp by dx is equals to 10 minus 2x by 100. So it will be x by 50. That is 10 minus x by 50. So this is dp by dx value. So to get maximum profit, let us do dp by dx is equals to 0. So here this term is 0 means, so we are going to get x value. x value will be 500. So we got the x value as 500. Now to get whether only this is the largest maximum profit or another one is there, another time we'll do differentiation for this. So d square p by dp square is equals to, if I do differentiation for this, what we are going to get here? Integration of differentiation of number will be 0. So minus 1 by 50. We are going to get minus 1 by 50, which is less than 0. So profit will never be less than 0. So we will substitute in the given profit function x value as 500. So substitute x is equals to 500 in equation 3. So if I substitute x is 500, that is 10 into 500 minus 500 square by 100 minus 200. So if I do the total overall the calculation, we are going to get profit as 2300. Next, let us see the 47th question. So given three equations, we need to find out three conditions, a very important question. So we need to find out no solution, unique solution, and finally many solutions. So first, let me write the matrix, corresponding matrix form. So the matrix form can be written as, so here 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 9. So the variables x, y, z. And the resultant functions 6, 10, and b. Okay, 1 to 8 is not 9, it is 8. Okay. So if I want to write an augmented matrix, so augmented matrix, this is matrix A, this is matrix B, this is matrix X. So augmented matrix, which is A by B, means A matrix and B matrix together we will call it as augmented matrix. So let me write the augmented matrix. That is 1, 1, 1, 6, 1, 2, 3, 10, 1, 2, A, B. So these are the augmented matrix. So we will perform the row operations, that is R2, R2 minus R1, R3, R3 minus R1. So if I perform the operations, we are going to get first row as such 1, 1, 1, 6, 1 minus 1, 0, 2 minus 1, 1, 3 minus 1, 2, here it is 4. So 1 minus 1, 0, 2 minus 1, 1, here it is A minus 1, here it will be B minus 6. Now for this, we will perform now another operation, that is R3. Why? Because here 0, 0 and here same numbers are there, we can perform R3 minus R2, third row minus second row. So that is 1, 1, 1, 6, 0, 1, 2, 4, 0 minus 0, 0, 1 minus 1, 0, A minus 3, B minus 10. Here 6. Okay. So further we cannot perform any operations. Now here given some conditions, let us see what are those conditions here. First is talking about no solution. So when we are going to get no solution, so rank of the matrix is not equals to rank of the augmented matrix. So if rank of the matrix is not equals to rank of the augmented matrix, then we will get no solution at all. So if there is no solution, so rank of A. So this is possible only when x minus 3 is equals to 0 and b minus 10 is not equals to 0. Why? Because if I substitute x minus A minus 3, not x minus 3, it is A minus 3. If I substitute here 0, so rank of the matrix A will be 2 and rank of the augmented matrix will be 3. So 2 and not 3 not equal, right? So for that reason we can write like this. So A value will be 3 and B value will not be equal to 10. So this is about the no case solution, no solution. Next, second case, unique solution. Unique solution. So when we are going to get unique solution, when rank of augmented matrix is equals to rank of original matrix, then we will get unique solution, and that is equals to number of unknowns also. Number of unknowns. So here we know that number of unknowns are 3. Why? Because since it is a 3 variable x, y, z, so we have to get rank of A matrix also 3, rank of A by B also 3. So if I am taking A minus 3 is equals to 0, then rank of A matrix it will come to 2. But I want A minus 3 as, so obviously A minus 3 must not be equals to 0. That is the first case. And B minus 10 also should not be equals to 0. Why? Because if they are 0, then rank of the matrix A will become 2, rank of the augmented matrix also will become 2. But our number of unknowns are 3, right? So it should match to get the unique solution. So these two should not be equal. So A will not be equal to 3 and B will not be equal to 10. Next, the third case, infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. So when we are going to get infinitely many solutions, when rank of A matrix is less than rank of augmented matrix. So rank of matrix is equal to rank of A by B matrix is less than number of unknowns. So rank of the matrix and augmented matrix both should be equal, but it should be less than number of unknowns. We know that number of unknowns are 3. So less than 3 means 2. So obviously A minus 3 must be equals to 0 and B minus 10 must be equals to 0. Why we are writing? Because here if I substitute 0, then obviously this rank will become 2, here rank will become 2. Then only we can say that we will have infinitely many solutions. So here it will be A value as 3 and B value as 10. So these are the three cases. Next, let us see the 42nd question. Solve this by using the Cramer's rule. So we are going to find out the answer by using the Cramer's rule. So Cramer's rule is going to exist only when the determinant is not equal to 0. So answer, first let us write the matrix format. That is 1, 1, 1, 2, minus 1, 3, 3, 2, minus 1. Variables x, y, z, and the constant 4, 1, and 1. So this is the matrix corresponding matrix equation form. So in this, first let us find the determinant. A matrix, this is the A matrix, and this is the variable matrix, this is the constant matrix. So matrix A determinant 1, 1, 1, 2, minus 1, 3, 3, 2, minus 1. So if you find the determinant, we will get the answer as 13, which is not equal to 0. Since we got the determinant is not equal to 0, then Cramer's rule we can apply. So first, to get x value, that is delta x by x. Okay, how we are going to get this here, x value? So first, let us find out delta x. That is, the first numbers we will replace with by constant matrix, that is 4, 1, 1. Remaining two numbers as such, 1, minus 1, 2, 1, 3, minus 1. So the replacement of only the first column is replaced by the constant matrix. So if you find the determinant of this, we will get the answer as minus 13. So this is delta x value. We can write it as this is delta y. Next, to get delta y, so we will replace the middle column, first column as such, that is 1, 2, 3. Second column we will replace by 4, 1, 1, 1, 3, minus 1. So if I find the determinant of this, we will get the answer as 39. Next, delta Z. So this time we are replacing the third column. First two columns are such 1, 2, 3, 1, minus 1, 2. Third column will be 4, 1, 1. So if I find the determinant of this, we got the answer as 26. 26. We can do by using the calculator also, or else by the normal procedure. Now, after getting this delta x, delta y, and delta z values, we will get x and y and z values. How? X value is delta x by delta. That is, delta x value is how much here? Minus 13 by 13, which is minus 1. Next, y value delta y by delta, which is delta y value here 39 by 13, which is 3. Z value delta z by delta, which is 26 by 13, 2. So we got here x, y, and z values by Canano's rule. So next question, 41st. So given three equations, they are consistent. So when we can say they are consistent, so rank of A matrix is equal to rank of the augmented matrix is equal to number of unknowns. So number of unknowns are 3 now, so definitely we have to get rank of the matrix as 3, and rank of the augmented matrix is also 3. So let us see. So let us write first matrix notation form, that is 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, minus 1, 2. X, Y, Z are the variables, and 5, 4, 1 are the constants. Okay. Now this is matrix A, this is matrix X, this is matrix B. So first let me write the augmented matrix, that is A by B matrix, which is 2, 1, 1, 5, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, minus 1, 2, 1. So this is the augmented matrix. So for this augmented matrix, let us apply the operations. So first let us interchange R2, we will interchange to R1. And R3 we will interchange to R2. So if I apply this, we will get 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, minus 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 5. Now in this R2, R2 minus R1, R3, R3 minus 2R1. Why we are applying like this? We will get 0. Why? Because 1 minus 1 is 0 and 2 minus 2 will be 0. So let me write here. So the augmented matrix we are going to get as first row will be same 1, 1, 1, 4. 1 minus 1, 0. Minus 1 minus 1, minus 2. 2 minus 1, 1. 1 minus 4, minus 3. So 2 minus 2, 0. 1 minus 2, minus 1, 1 minus 2, minus 1, 5 minus 8, minus 3. Now we will apply for this, that is R3 can be written as 2R3 minus R2. 2R3 minus R2. So if I apply this, we will get 1, 1, 1, 4, 0, minus 2, 1, minus 3, 0. So here 2 1s, 2, minus 2 plus 2 will be 0. Here minus 2, minus 2, minus 1, minus 3. Here minus 6 plus 3, minus 3. So this will be the final matrix. Minus, so here minus 2, sorry, plus. R3 minus R1. Okay, so we have minus 3 only, both are minus. So we have minus 3 and minus 3. Now, so this is the final, we cannot do further. So here we got the normal matrix rank as 3 and augmented matrix rank also 3. Why? Because there are no 0 rows. Now how to get these x and y values? The question is given consistent now. So first equation will get it as x plus y plus z is equals to 4. X, y, z is equals to 4. Second, minus 2y plus z is equals to minus 3. Third equation, minus 3z is equals to minus 3. Minus minus gets cancelled, z is equals to 1. So if I substitute z is equals to 1 in the above equation, so if I substitute z is equals to 1 in this equation, we are going to get minus 2y plus 1 is equals to minus 3, minus 2y is minus 4, y is 2. So let us substitute these y values and z values in first equation. So we are going to get x plus 2 plus 1 is equals to 4, x is equals to 4 minus 3, which is 1. So we got x value, y value and z values. Next question, find the area bounded by y is equals to x between the lines x is equals to minus 1 and x is equals to 2 with x axis. So since y and x value both are equal, so definitely the graph of this will be passing through the origin. Will be passing through the origin. Like this. Okay. Next, x is equals to minus 1. Here is a point, x is equals to minus 1, x is equals to 2. So he is asking us to calculate this much area only. What is the area? So definitely we know here 0. With the x-axis it is doing right. Now area bounded by this region is first it is going with minus 1 to 0. So minus 1 to 0, since it is having a minus value, so minus x dx plus integral 0 to 2. Starting from 0 and it is going with 2. Positive x dx. So your negative value of x, there positive value of x. So integration of x will be x only, x squared by 2. So the limits will be minus 1 to 0. Plus here also x squared by 2, the limits will be 0 to 2. So if I substitute 0, it will be 0, minus 1. So minus 1 square will be minus 1 by 2. So the answer for the first limit will be minus 1 by 2. But since it is a minus symbol, we can write it as, okay, since we are substituting second one, it will become plus. Plus 2 square 4, 4 by 2 will be 2. So 1 by 2 plus 2 will be 5 by 2 square units. Next, let us see the 39th question. So we need to find out by using this action and states by using the maxi-mini principle. So what is the meaning of maxi-mini principle? The last word is mini, right? Let us write the next column as minimum. Of course, while writing in the answer, you make in a box. Minimum. So in this, what is the minimum value? 5, here 7, 12, and here it is 15. So after writing the minimum value, the maximum of 5, 7, 12, 15. After getting the obtained value, what is the maximum value among these 4? 15. 15 will be the maxi-mini solution. Next, let us discuss 36th question. So your demand function is e power minus x and p is 0.5. So if I substitute p value as 0.5 here, e power minus x, which is 1 by 2, e power of minus x, so this will written as 2 power minus 1, e power of minus x. If I transpose e to this, it will become log. So log 2 power minus 1 to the base e is minus x. So minus log 2 to the base e is equals to minus x. Minus 1 gets cancelled. X value we got it as log 2 to the base e. We have p value and x value. Now we can find out the consumer surplus, that is integral 0 to x naught g of x dx minus p naught x naught. That is integral 0 to x naught. X naught is log 2 to the base e g of x, that is e power minus x dx minus p naught 0.5 log 2 to the base e. So e power minus x integration will be e power minus x only by minus 1. So the limits are minus 0 to log 2 to the base e minus 1 by 2 log 2 to the base e. So here if I substitute log 2 to the base e power minus log 2 to the base e by minus 1 minus 1 by 2 log 2 to the base e. So this minus 1, if I transpose this, it will become e power, so let me write here, e power log e 2 power minus 1 divided by minus 1 minus 1 by 2 log 2 to the base e. So this will be the answer. So 2 power minus 1 will come in front. So that is 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 log 2 to the base e. We can stop till here. We can take minus 1 by 2 as common. So we are left with 1 minus 1 plus log 2 to the base e. Let us see this 35th question. Elasticity function is given. We need to find the function value when x is 6 and y is 16. So elasticity function, that is ey by ex is equals to x by x minus 2. That is y by x into dx by dy is equals to x by x minus 2. Sorry sir, it's not like this. It will be x by y. Reversely I have written. It will be x by y dy by dx. So let it be y value itself. So dy by y is equals to x by x minus 2 into dx by x. X gets cancelled. So apply integration on both sides. So it will become integral 1 by y dy is equals to integral 1 by x minus 2 dx. So 1 by y will be log y. Here log of x minus 2 plus the constant value. So this can be written as log k also. So log a plus log b can be written as log ab also. So here the values are given, x value is given and y value is also given. So we can write it as log k into x minus 2, here log y is equals to log gets cancelled. Y value in the question. So in the question y value is given as 16 and x value is 6. So 6 minus 2, 4. So k value will be 4. So 4 ones, 4 fours. K value will be 4. Let us see this 34th question. Find the area of the parabola with y square is equal to 8x bounded by the lattice rectangle. So given parabolic equation, y square is equal to 8x. But we know the general parabolic equation, y square is equal to 4ax. Here 4a value is given as 8, so a value will be 2. So our parabola lattice rectangle So this is the parabola latus rectum. So in this, the values will be from 0 to 2. So here it will be 2. So these are the two symmetrical areas. Here we can see the two symmetrical areas from 0 to 2. So here two symmetrical regions are there. So let us find out only one symmetrical region. And if we multiply by 2, we'll get the final answer. Now, here to get this area, so area of the parabola, region is equal to 2 into integral 0 to 2. Why we are taking 0 to 2? Because it is bounded by the interval 0 to 2 and y value. So to get the y value, it will be root 8x. Root of 8 into x. So let me write here. 2 into integral 0 to 2 root 8 we can take outside. So integral of root x dx. So 2 into root 8, 2 root 8 integral. If I perform the integral, it will be x power 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. Bounded by the interval 0 to 2. So if I substitute 2, it will be 2 root 8. So 2 power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 minus 0. Okay. So it is 2 root 8. So 2 to the 4, 4 root 8 by 3 into 2 power 3 by 2. Let us see the 33rd question. I'll read out the question. Party is either sad or happy each day. If he is happy on one day, he is sad on the next day by 4 times out of 5. So we will obtain a transition matrix here TS, which is given by here out. See, understand the sentence carefully. Out of 5, 4 times he is sad, and he is happy one day, and he is sad on the next day. So it will be 1 by 5. So here it is 1 by 3. Next, if he is sad on one day, he will be happy on the next 2 days by 2 by 3. So here it is 2 by 3. Now see here, firstly, only these two conditions are given, which is 4 by 5 and which is 2 by 3. So to make the probability equal, we can write here 2 by 3 if he is sad means 1 by 3 is happy. 4 by 5 is sad means 1 by 5 is happy. So this will give for a transition matrix, which is given by transition probability matrix, which is T. So at equilibrium conditions, FH, that is 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 4 by 5 and 1 by 5 is equals to SH. So sad or happy. We can get the way sad plus happy is equals to 1. Why? Because it is a transition probability matrix, so some of the probabilities will be 1. So to get the equation here, see 1 by 3f plus 2 by 3h is equals to 1 by 3f plus sad, right? 4 by 5 happy is equals to yes. Next here 1 by 3 into, in place of h I can write 1 minus h plus 4 by 5 into h is equals to, in place of h we can write 1 minus h. So if I further simplify, we will get s value as 6. Let us simplify here. So here it is 1 by 3 minus h by 3 plus 4h by 5 is equals to 1 minus h. So 15 is the LCM. So 5 minus 5h plus 12h. 15 minus 15h. So 12h minus 5h will be 7h. So 5 minus 15 is equals to minus 15h minus 7h. So minus 22h, here it is minus 10. So h value will be 10 by 22. So which is 5 by 11. We will get, so h is equals to 5 by 11. If we substitute in this first equation, we will get s value also. But we know that sad and happy probability is 1, so we can get out of 11 is happy 5 times, means out of 11 will be sad 6 times. But because we know that s plus h is equals to 1. Next, let us see 32nd question. The question is the total cost of 11 pencils and 3 erasers is 64. So let us assume like the cost of one pencil. So if we are assuming one pencil cost is x and one eraser cost is y. So I am assuming one pencil cost is x and eraser cost is y. So according to the question, we have 11 pencils, that is 11x plus 3y is equals to 64, and second we have 8x plus 3y is equals to 49. So we have to solve this by using the Cramer's equation. So first the matrix notation form. The matrix equation form or notation form. So 11, 3, 8, 3. This is matrix A. Variable matrix are x and y, and the constant matrix are 64 and 49. Okay. Now he is asking us to solve by using the Cramer's rule. So Cramer's rule, first we need to find out the delta, that is discriminant value of this 11, 3, 8, 3. So if you find the discriminant of this, we are going to get the answer as 9, which is not equal to 0. Since discriminant is not equal to 0, delta value is not equal to 0, we can apply the Cramer's rule. So while applying the Cramer's rule, so here we can get it as, so delta 1. So whenever we are writing delta x, we can write it as x. Why? Because we are changing this x column. So x column is replaced by the constant matrix, that is 64, 49, and y column as such 3, 3. So the discriminant of this, we will get the answer as 45. Next delta y. Now in this case, the first column 11, 8 as it is, so it will be 64, 65. So if you find the discriminant of this, we will get the answer as 27. Now we need to find out the x and y values. So that is x is equals to delta x by delta, y is equals to delta y by delta. So delta x value is 45 by 9, here 27 by 9. So 5 times and 3 times. So x is 5 and y is 3 times. Let us see the 31st question. Find the value of k if the equations are inconsistent. So we know that inconsistent rule is that rank of a matrix must not be equal to rank of augmented matrix, that is A comma B. Okay. So this is the condition that satisfies this inconsistency. Now let us take first the matrix format. So here the matrix 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, k. And the variables are x, y, and z, 7, 18, and 6. So these are, now if we want to write the augmented matrix here, 1 1 1 7 1 2 3 18 0 1 k 6. So this is the augmented matrix. So the given A matrix, which is a constant matrix, if we merge that, we will call it as an augmented matrix. Now in this augmented matrix, first operation R2, we can write it as R2 minus R1. So it will be 1 1 1 7 1 minus 1 0 2 minus 1 1 2 18 minus 11 0 1 k 6. Next we can apply R3. R3 tends to R3 minus R2. So here R3 minus R2. So that can be written as, so here 1 1 1 7 0 1 2 11. Here 0 minus 0 0 1 minus 1 0. Here it will be k minus 2. 6 minus 11 is minus 5. Now, here the condition is rank of A matrix must not be equal to rank of the augmented matrix. Already, if suppose, so definitely k minus 2 must be equal to 0. Why? Because here rank of the A matrix is not defined. So this is the only value which is not at all defining. If suppose if I am saying rank of augmented matrix, that is A comma B, rank of the augmented matrix A comma B, it will be 3. Why? Because here there is a number. So obviously if this is 0 also, it will become rank as 3. So we have to make sure that this, if it is not 0, then the rank of the matrix will be equal to rank of the augmented matrix. So definitely the rank of this matrix must be 2. So to get that, we have to make k minus 2 is equal to 0. That is k is equal to 2. Why? Because if I am substituting in place of this 0, then I will get rank of the matrix as 2, rank of the augmented matrix will be 3. So rank of the matrix is not equal to rank of the augmented matrix, then the solution will be inconsistent. So I got the k value as 2. Now let us see this 38th question. We need to show that these two equations are inconsistent. So let us write the matrix equation form here. Ax is equals to B. The matrix A matrix will be 3 minus 2 6 minus 4. Variable matrix, two variables are there, x y. So the constant matrix is 6. Now we need to show that it is inconsistent. So I will apply the rule here. First let us take the augmented matrix here. 3 minus 2 6 minus 4 6 10. So in this R2 can be written as R2 minus 2R1. So 3 minus 2 6 6 minus 6 0 minus 4 plus 4 0 10 minus 12 minus 2. So here I got the rank of the matrix A. This is augmented matrix. So rank of the matrix is 1. Why? Because since I got a 0 element, 1 0 row, then I will call the rank as 1. Then rank of the augmented matrix, that is A comma B. Rank of the augmented matrix is 2. So your rank of the matrix is not equal to rank of the augmented matrix, then the solution will be inconsistent. Now let us see this 29th question. So we have given some strategy, we need to find out maximin and minimax. So we will write the strategy once again. So here S1, S2, S3, 40, 60, 10, minus 20, minus 40, 150. So the first question is maxim min. The last word is min. So we have to find out minimum. So what is the minimum from this 40? Here minus 20, here minus 40. So maximum of 40 comma minus 20 comma minus 40. The maximum value is plus 40. Next, second question is minimax. We have read for the same table maximum. So what is the maximum here? 60. Here the maximum is 10. Maximum is 150. So since it is maximum, minimax, so we have to find out minimum of the maximum, that is 60 comma 10 comma 150. So in this the minimum value is 10. So we have find out the minimax value and maximum value. Let us see the 28th question. It is talking about the differences between the assignment problem and the transportation problem. So the major differences are, we can find 4 differences. The first difference is that here the finite sources are destination and the source will be there, where only one destination will be there with minimum cost. So this is means we are having the source and destination, but we will be having minimum cost. Here transportation problem is specially meant for only cost reduction. The problem will be as usual, but in transportation problem we will reduce the cost. Here number of sources and destinations will be equal. Here they are not equal. Number of sources and destinations will not be equal. Here number of rows is equal to number of columns if they are not equal. Number of rows and number of columns, if they are not, NR means number of rows, NC means number of columns. If they are not equal, we call it as unbalanced. And if here demand and supply, if they are not equal, total supply and total demand, if they are not equal, we call it as unbalanced. So if this can be done, assignment problem can be done by NWC, this is north-west corner rule, LCM, least cost method, Vogel's approximation method. This can be done only by using the one method, this Hungarian method, to get the optimum solution. Let us see the 27th question was previous like assignment problem. 26th question, calculate producer surplus P is given and X is 5. So given P is equals to 7 plus X, so P will be 7 plus 5, which is 12. So he is asking in the question producer surplus. So that is P naught X naught minus integral 0 to X naught G of X dx. So P naught into X naught, that is 12 into 5 minus integral 0 to 5, the given function 7 plus X dx. So 60 minus 7x plus x square by 2 integral 0 to 5. So 60 minus 7 5 35 plus 25 by 2. So if you do simplification, we will get the answer. Let us see the 25th question. Given the marginal revenue function, we have to find out the revenue function. So that is MR is equal to 35 plus 7x minus 3x square. So revenue function is integration of 35 plus 7x minus 3x square dx. So it will be 35x plus 7x square by 2 minus 3x cube by 3 plus k. At constant conditions, if x is 0 and r is 0, then automatically k will be 0. So the revenue function will be 35x plus 7x square by 2, this 3 gets cancelled, minus x cube. So this is the revenue function. He is asking the demand function. Demand function is nothing but revenue function by x. That is, so if I divide revenue function by x, it will be 35 plus 7x by 2 minus x square. Next, 24th question, find the area bounded by this line. So this line we can write it as y is equal to 2x plus 4. So if x is 0, then y is 6. 0 comma 6, and the second point, okay, we can mark the line for 0 comma 6. And if x is 3, 3 to the 6 plus 4, 10, y is 10. So we can make this. So here y is 1 and y is 3. So how the graph will be there here. So it is about the y-axis. So here y is equals to 1, y is equals to 3. Exactly. So this is 3, this is 2. Okay, this is the region we require. And moreover, is talking about a line which the points are 0, 6. So this is the first point 0, 6. And the second point is 3, 10. So 3, here 10. 3, 10. If I draw a line like this, here we are going to get a line like this. Here 1, 2, 3. So 3, 10 I have marked here, and 0, 6 I have marked here. So after that we got a line here. So we need to get this region area. So this region is bounded between only two numbers. This is between 1 and 3. Since he is talking about y-axis, so definitely it will be the region from. So it will be the region from integral 1 to 3. Integral 1 to 3 minus x dy. So this is a special case. Why? Because he is talking about the y-axis. So we are write x dy. So minus x dy. So given function is y is equals y minus 2x minus 4 is equals to 0. So here x is equals to, that is minus 2 is equals to 4 plus 4 minus y. So x is equals to minus x is equals to 4 minus y by 2. So in case of minus x, we can write it as 4 minus y by 2. That is integral 1 to 3 4 minus y by 2 dy. So we are integrating with respect to y this time. So when we are integrating with respect to y, we can write this as integral 1 to 3 4 by 2 dy minus integral 1 to 3 y by 2 dy. So 4 by 2 means 2 integral will be x, 2 here y, 2y, boundary limits are 1 to 3, minus 1 by 2, here will be y square by 2, 1 to 3. Here 3, so 3 minus 1, minus 1 by 4, 9 minus 1. So 2 into 2, 4, minus 1 by 4 into 8, 4 ones, 4 twos. So 4 minus 2, which is 2. 2 will be the area of shaded region. So we need to find out here, it is given as transition probability matrix. So in this we need to find out the market share of each probability at equilibrium position. So here at equilibrium position we can get A comma B, transition matrix 0.9, 0.1, 0.3, 0.7 is equals to A comma B transition matrix. Okay, it will be 0.9A plus 0.3B is equals to A. We know that A plus B is equals to 1 because it is transition probability matrix. So in place of A, let it be A, in place of B, write 1 minus A. So it will be 0.9 A plus 0.3 into 1 minus A is equals to A. So 0.9 A plus 0.3 minus 0.3 A is equals to A. So 0.9 A minus A. So it will be 0.6. 0.3 is equals to A minus 0.6A. That is 0.4A, which is 0.3. So 3 by 4 is equals to A. I got A value as 3 by 4, so definitely B value will be 1 by 4. Why? Because the sum of these two probabilities is 1. Next, let us see the 22nd question. By Cramer's rule, we need to find out the answer for this. So answer. First, let us write the matrix notation from 2, 3, 3, 5. The two variables x, y and 7, 9 are the constants. So first let us find out the delta value, that is 2, 3, 3, 5. 5 to the 10 minus 9, 1, which is not equal to 0, so Cramer's rule we can apply. So delta x, which is 7, 9, 3, 5. So 7, 5 is 35 minus 27. 8. And delta y value 2, 3 aspects here 7, 9, and to the 18, 18 minus 21 minus 3. So we need to find out the x and y values here. So by using the Cramer's rule, already we know that x is equal to delta x by x, which is 8 by 1, 8. Y value will be delta y by y. Sorry. Delta x by delta, delta y by delta. That is minus 3 by 1, which is minus 3. Okay. Find the rank of the matrix. So the question is find the rank of the matrix. So first let me find out the determinant of this. That is 0, minus 1, 5, 2, 4, minus 6, 1, 1, 5. If I find out the determinant of this, I got the answer as 6, which is not equal to 0. Then I can say that rank of the matrix is 3. Why we are saying directly the rank of the matrix is 3 means, if suppose if we got here determinant as 0, then we will say the rank of the matrix as 2. But definitely we got the rank of the matrix is a number, so we can call it the rank of the matrix as 3. Next, let us see the 28th MCQ question. So he is asking about non-degenerate feasible solution. So already we learned the definitions of this non-degenerate basic feasible solution. So number of allocations for this will be equal to m plus n minus 1. If he is asking about degenerate basic solution, it will be less than m plus n minus 1. So remember these two. Next we have 19th question MCQ. A type of decision making environment. So we can call certainty as a decision making environment. Uncertainty also decision making environment. And risk also the decision making environment. So these three are satisfying. So option D, all of the above. All of the above. Next, 18th question here. Solution for transportation problem. So we have done transportation problem questions. So the solution means the answer of the which transportation problem method is nearer to the optimal solution. So which method will be nearer means Vogel's approximation method, VAM. Vogel's approximation method will be nearer to the optimal solution. So your option C will be correct. 17th question. So in 17th question, the transportation problem is said to be unbalanced. Already we have gone through the differences. If total supply is not equal to total demand, so the supply and demand are not equal, then we can call it as unbalanced. Balance means they are equal. Next, 16th question. North-west corner refers to top left corner. North-west means top. North means top. West means left. Left corner. So it's a normal English word. So option A is correct here. Next, 15th question. In an assignment problem, the value of the decision variable xij, it may be 0 or 1. Xij may be 0 or 1. Let us see the first MCQ. So the rank of the m by n. So what will be the rank of the m by n order matrix whose elements are unity? whose elements are unity. Unity means identity matrix whose elements are 1, like this. 1, 1, 1, 1. All elements are 1. So what will be the rank of this matrix? It will be always 1. That is option B is correct. Always 1. Unity matrix always it will be 1. Of any order it may be, but the rank of the matrix will be 1. Next second question here. You have given some matrix that is 2, 0, 0, 8. What will be the rank of this? Easily we can say that rank of this matrix is 2. So option C is correct. Next third question, the rank of the matrix of unit matrix of order n. Already we said that unit matrix, if there it is order n means n order means rank of the matrix is also n. That is option B. Already we discussed in the first question that if the rank unity matrix means obviously it may, if it is any order, either m order or n order or both, it will be depending upon that. So if it is both order means it will be 1. If it is m order means the rank will be m. If n order means rank will be n. Next fourth question. So if determinant is not equal to 0, if mod A is not equal to 0, then we will call it as non-singular matrix. We will call it as a non-singular matrix. So option A is correct. Next, fifth question. Rank of a null matrix. So already we know the matrix name null, in which there is no element at all. So the rank of this matrix will be 0. So option A is correct. Next, sixth question. The equations, there are two equations here. 4x plus 6y is equals to 5. 6x plus 9y is equals to 7. Has what kind of solution? So if you see here, a1 by a2, that is 4 by 6. b1 by b2, that is 6 by 9, 5 by 7. So here 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 2s, 3 2s, 3 3s. So 2 by 3 is equal to 2 by 3 not equal to 5 by 7. So we have no solution. But if the parallel lines, we will have no solution. So no solution means which option here? Here the option is B. Option B is correct. For sixth question, option B is correct. Now for seventh question, the rank of the matrix. Okay, there is one matrix A 1 2 3, and he is asking A into A transpose. What will be the rank of that matrix? So how we are going to get A transpose here? Here we have 3 rows now. We will get only one square. 1 2 3. So A into A transpose, that is 1 2 3. Here 1 2 3. So 1 1, we will get again 1 2 3. 1 1 1. Here 4. Here 3 3 is 9. 1 4 9. Even though the rank of the matrix will be 1. Eighth question. So area bounded by the region y is equals to e power minus 2x. So the boundary limits are means from 0 to infinite. So 0 to positive number, it will be always half. Remember that from 0 to positive infinite, it will be always half. 0 to negative infinite, it will be always minus 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 square units, option B is correct. Next, ninth question. The profit of a function is maximum at. So it's a direct question. When marginal revenue is 0, then we will get maximum profit. Option C is correct. So 10th question. Area bounded by y is equals to mod x. So y is equals to mod x. Mod x indicates that there will be plus x as well as minus x. Plus x will be there for x greater than or equal to 0. Minus x will be there for x less than 0. So this is the condition for mod x. So you are asking that limits between 0 and 2. If I substitute 0 0, I will get answer as less than 0 means, okay, if I substitute 0, answer will be 0. So between 2 will be the answer. So answer is 2. If I substitute 2 means it will be greater than x, so x value will be 2. So answer is 2 square units. So which option is correct here? Option C is correct. Next, let us see the 11th question. So in 11th question, here the demand function is asking marginal revenue. Marginal revenue is given as 100 minus 9x square. So revenue function is integration of this, that is 100 minus 9x square dx. So it will be 100x minus 9x cube by 3 plus k. So it will be 0. So k value will be 0 not out. So we have to divide by x, that is 100 minus 3 1s, 3 3s, so 3x square. So 100 minus 3x square, which option is there? Option A. Already we done this question in exam. So I have done directly in this. So coming to the 12th MCQ. So in 12th MCQ we have, for the demand function, the elasticity of the demand with respect to unity. So revenue will be constant here. Total revenue will be constant. So option A is correct. Next, 13th question. For a demand function, that is P, if integral dP by T is equals to K into integral dx by x, then K. So is asking what will be the K value. So K value, said integral, if I apply integral on both sides, it will be log P. So here log P is equals to K into log x plus K. We can write it as log K. So K log A plus log B. We can write it as P here. Okay, he is talking about the demand function, so directly we can mark it as demand function. So it will be negative minus 1 by negative of the demand function. That is option C is correct.